The hype for Cyberpunk 2077 couldn't get any bigger. Then CD Projekt Red revealed that no other than Keanu Reeves will be a character in Cyberpunk 2077, as none other than Johnny Silverhand. Usually, I care not for celebrity in games. I feel they sometimes ruin the immersion. I start to think of them as the roles they previously played. On the occasion of Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077 and Norman Reedus in Death Stranding, I don't really mind. Maybe because the role they play in these games fit them perfectly. Maybe because they played the part so well. That's why they're actually believable. In the case of Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk, it makes perfect sense. That is, if you know anything about Keanu Reeves, either through his personal life or the roles he plays in films. Although I'll touch on Johnny Silverhand, this video won't be so much about the game. Instead, I'm going to focus on Keanu Reeves and what led him to play Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk 2077. Keanu Reeves was born in Beirut, Lebanon. At the age of 3 years old, Keanu's dad, Samuel Reeves, walked out on both him and his mother Patricia. Those who come from complete, healthy family units will never understand the struggle of those who come from broken families. Nothing seems to come easy, and the feeling of uncertainty can really shape one's life in negative ways. So from the start, Keanu Reeves was facing an uphill battle. At the age of 23, Keanu lost his best friend, River Phoenix, a rising star, to a drug overdose, a mixture of cocaine, heroin, and Valium. To make this tragic event even worse, it was Keanu's script for the movie My Personal Idaho where River Phoenix first developed his drug addiction. 5 years later in 1998, Keanu met the love of his life, Jennifer Syme. It was love at first sight. 1 year later, they got pregnant and were expecting their daughter, Archer Symes Reeves. But at 8 months, she arrived stillborn. Obviously, they were devastated and heartbroken, and the strain of the ordeal ended their relationship. Again, if things couldn't get much worse, a year later, Jennifer Symes died in a car accident. The death of his girlfriend and his daughter is the reason Keanu Reeves never had children and why he avoids serious relationships. It seems the sorrow and pain is too much, or maybe it's because he feels comfort in that pain, and it brings him closer to the ones he loved, his daughter and Jennifer, and he never wants to forget that feeling. When asked by Stephen Colbert what he thinks what happens when one dies, Keanu thought for a moment and said, "I know that the ones who love us will miss us." The reason why Keanu Reeves was attracted to the role of John Wick was his grief. Keanu loves his grief. It's about the love of the person you're grieving for, and at any time you can keep company in that fire. It's warm. Grief and loss, those are things that never go away. They stay with you. That pain Keanu holds on to shapes all he does and how he carries himself. Maybe he's so humble because he understands that we all go through our own personal wars, and kindness can really go a long way. But even though Keanu Reeves is humble, even though he's kind, it's the pain that fuels his creative side, as evident by the roles he plays in films. And that is the reason why Keanu Reeves is perfect to play the role of Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk 2077. Keanu plays the role of Johnny Silverhand, a famous rocker boy. A rocker boy is a rebel who uses music and revolt to fight the authority, not to be confused with the rock star that's beholden to corporations and is under contract. Johnny Silverhand was the lead singer and guitarist for the band Samurai, and he sports a silver chrome arm. Johnny's biggest hits is Chippin' In and Never Fade Away. Chipping in is slang and refers to installing your first implant or connecting to the web. Johnny Silverhand revolts against Arasaka Corporation for the death of his friends and the loss of his limb. Arasaka is an international Japanese mega corporation with its headquarters in Tokyo but has many offices across the globe. Arasaka specializes in security, banking, and manufacturing. Arasaka uses tactics like bribery, blackmail, and extortion to influence key interests. It is said that Johnny Silverhand was killed fighting against Arasaka Corporation during the Fourth Corporate War, although his body was never recovered. In Cyberpunk 2077, Johnny Silverhand appears to be a hologram, so maybe he is dead, or maybe he's transcended and has become one with technology. That's just speculation, I really don't know. But I do know in Cyberpunk 2077, people want to know what happened to Johnny, as evident by the graffiti across Night City's walls, "Where is Johnny?" A question no doubt will be answered in Cyberpunk 2077. If you take a look at the lives of Keanu and Johnny, you'll start to see how similar they are. They are nonconformists, and their grief fuels their creativity. In the case of Johnny Silverhand, it also fuels his rage, not so different than that of John Wick. Given how Keanu Reeves chooses his roles, I'm sure it was the complexity of Johnny Silverhand's grief that attracted him to this in the first place. For Keanu Reeves and many of us, it seems grief feels like home. It's warm, and he loves to live in that fire, even though it hurts. It seems Johnny Silverhand will have a big role in Cyberpunk 2077, so Keanu's talent will be on full display to the glee of many fans of the game, and that of Keanu Reeves. But if you happen to be the rare gamer that was disappointed with Keanu playing the role of Johnny Silverhand, I hope this video has changed your mind, or at the very least, gives you comfort that Keanu Reeves understands the complexity which makes up the man, Johnny Silverhand. The only question that needs answering now, where is Johnny?